What is behaviorism? Behaviorism is a theory of learning based on the idea that all behaviors are acquired through conditioning, and conditioning occurs through interaction with the environment. It depicts observable and measurable aspects of human behavior. All behaviors are directed by stimuli, meaning changes in behavior are evident and will result in stimulus-response association. Moreover, behaviorism suggests that learners must be actively engaged and rewarded immediately for their involvement in the activity in order to achieve learning. John B. Watson, known as the father of behaviorism, and Borges Frederick Skinner are the two principal originators of behaviorist approaches to learning. Watson believed that human behavior is prompted by a specific stimuli. On the other hand, Skinner believed that behavior is controlled through positive and negative consequences. And now let's talk about the two major types of conditioning, which are the classical and operant conditioning. So what is the classical conditioning? Classical conditioning was proposed by Ivan Pavlov, which asserts that individual learns when a previously neutral stimulus is repeatedly paired with an unconditioned stimulus until a neutral stimulus evokes a desired response. Let us now move on to the principles of learning in classical conditioning. First, the acquisition. It is a process by which the conditioned response is acquired from the experience of another person. Implication. A child learns to fear the dentist's clinic by associating it with a painful tooth extraction that he or she has experienced. Second, the stimulus generalization. It is a process by which the conditioned response is transferred to other stimuli similar to the original conditioned stimulus. Implication. A child tends to be anxious in all instances in school because of the first-hand experience that he or she has experienced with a terror teacher. Third, we have the stimulus discrimination. It is a process by which a conditioned response is transferred to other stimuli different from the original conditioned stimulus. Implication. A child should be able to distinguish things that seem alike but are different. B from B, P from B, or plus sign from negative sign. Otherwise, learning disabilities will occur. The last principle is the extinction. It is a process by which a conditioned response is lost. Implication. The anxiousness of a child towards a terror teacher gradually vanishes if, in the succeeding days, he or she experiences pleasant treatment from the teacher. Otherwise, phobia will occur.
And now, let's talk about the second type of conditioning, which is the operant conditioning. Borges Frederick Skinner proposed operant conditioning, which stresses the use of pleasant and unpleasant consequences to control the occurrence of behavior. In operant conditioning, we often hear and use the words reinforcer and reinforcement. In Skinnerian terms, a reinforcer is a stimulus, whereas reinforcement is the effect of this stimulus. These are the types of reinforcer. First, primary reinforcer. A stimulus that is related to both biological and physiological needs such as food, clothing, shelter, warmth, human touch, etc. Example, a child is excited to go to school on the first day of class because of his or her new pair of shoes, uniform, bag, opportunity to meet new friends and teachers, but unmindful of his or her new lesson. Next is the secondary reinforcer, a stimulus that reinforces a behavior after being previously associated with a primary reinforcer. It includes money, grades in school, tokens, etc. Example, a child learns to value money because he or she needs it to buy food, clothing, or any basic needs. Third is the positive reinforcer. A stimulus is added to a situation or event to strengthen a behavior. Example, increasing the hours of watching movies because the learner achieved a perfect score in an examination. Fourth is the negative reinforcer. A stimulus is withdrawn to a situation or event to strengthen a behavior. Example, taking away a learner's favorite toy when the learner misbehaves. Let's move on to the schedule of reinforcement. First, fixed ratio, FR. This reinforcement is dispensed following a constant number of desired behaviors. Example, the learner is given praise or reward for every correct answer or desirable behavior displayed. Second, fixed interval, FI. This reinforcement is dispensed following a constant amount of desired time. Example, the talkative learner will be given praise or reward only if he or she will remain quiet for 10 minutes. Third, variable ratio, VR. This reinforcement is dispensed following a varying amount of trials. Example, in joining a math competition, a learner will not know when he or she will win even after several trials of competing. Fourth, variable interval, VI. This reinforcement is dispensed following a varying amount of time. Example, a learner who is fishing in a pond will have to wait for a few minutes or hours before he or she can catch a fish.
Let us now move on to the types of reinforcement. First, verbal. Learners excel more when they are given praise for performing well in the examination. Examples, praise and encouragement. Second, physical. Learners feel proud when given a pat on the shoulder or hug for doing great in their sabayang bigkasan. Examples, touch, pats, and hugs. Third, nonverbal. Learners feel relaxed and comfortable when they are given smiles or warm looks during a discussion. Examples, smiles, winks, and warm looks. Fourth, activity. Learners enjoy the class discussion more if varied games or any related class activities are incorporated in them. Examples, games and enjoyments. Fifth, token. Learners appreciate their efforts when given corresponding points or tokens. Examples, points and stars. Sixth, consumable. Learners find it satisfying when given consumable rewards by the teacher. Examples, cookies and candies. Thank you for watching.